was like, he said, I'm a little curious what the guy was saying before he got cut off. Surely it wasn't about how the Steelers are gonna get destroyed by the Bills, right? No, that couldn't possibly be it. Be like, nope. Niggas want to play stupid. I'll play stupid. Nope. Nope. All right. Niggas over here talking shit, but they can't even show their face, bro. All right, let's just keep going on with the video.
In a world of chaos, the last thing America needs is another dumpster fire.
Support for Ron DeSantis.
Never talked to me. That's how he feels. He's heard I'm angry. I've not had a conversation with him. It's the same with your...
Oh, I got Jordan. See, my dad don't talk to me because he fake as hell, bro. He has work, and he literally has not asked me to go to work with him, so he chooses to ignore me. So he doesn't feel shame or anything like that, you feel me? He can't even say no to me because he knows I'm out here in the streets trying to do it. Fuck him. Can't even help a nigga out. No wonder mom was trying to leave his ass. Yo, dad, man.
Sadiq, if it wasn't for the information that I know in my intel, I would be a fan of his like everybody else. Who wouldn't be a fan of a young black storyteller that's done time and loves his family and is a hometown guy? Like, who? Why would he ever have any enemies in comedy? It's ludicrous. But if you pick the actual king, then make sure that your story's correct. And unfortunately, his story's not correct. No matter what he says, he never met me. He made it disrespectful that a security guard that was 6'7" reached over him to pay him, not mentioning the fact that he got paid for not doing anything.
Well, let's start at the beginning of the Reliant thing.
I don't know if I want to.
I'm going to start, and then you can do what you want to do.
Fair enough.
But I think for the sake of the audience knowing, we'll just
tell
have
them
an
who Ali
idea of
Sadiq
what we're
is.
talking about. ID Sadiq is a comedian from Houston that's based in Houston.
A very fine comedian.
Very fine comedian.
Yes.
Now, Ali said that he went to Reliant Arena and he was on the same show as you. He showed up, and the security stopped him from entering the building. And then somebody told him Katt didn't want you to come in. And then at some point, somebody else came and gave him a check. Another security person reached over to somebody's shoulder and gave him a check. He said that the people that were the working security locked arms to prevent him from walking inside of the building. And he thought that, you had a problem with him. And he said he didn't know why you had a problem with him. And to this day, he don't know why you have a problem with him. That was the
It'd be nice if that was the story. So now, if that's the story, then let me see if I got this correct. A guy I've never met was supposed to be doing a show with me. And I got so angry, even though I hadn't met him, that I had security keep him out of the building. See, that's the problem with lies. They're faulty from their inception, sir. I'm the person in the story that doesn't have a grudge to feel. I don't care why I didn't like Katt Williams. I would get to the bottom of it. This is not one of those stories. First of all, the actual truth of this matter is every city that I go to, I already have the comedians who are opening up for me. Not just this tour, but for the 17 100 city tours previous to this. I never go to the city and go, hey, do you guys have some comics here? I'd like to add them to my show. I just don't do it. I travel with the comedians that are coming to your city. We're one unit and one team when we come. That is to let you understand that no comic was fin to come join us that evening because there isn't space for it. I still have to do an hour at the end of this. There's a limited amount of time. So we could just start there. Second of all, I don't care where you're from, what the venue is, how cool you are with the people that work there. Katt Williams show means Katt Williams show. That means don't nothing move but the money. There ain't no loud talking and voice raising and, how dare you? How dare you? Let me look on the advertisements and see, do I see your name or face, sir, whoever you may be? Where would you even get the entitlement to be having this question? This is like me insisting that the Lakers put me on as a starter. And I won't take no for an answer. It's ridiculous. You don't even play in our league. And that's before I knew who you were. Now that I know who you are, I'm just ashamed because you took something personal that couldn't have been personal. I didn't meet you. That's how it would have gone if I wasn't there, because the truth is I wasn't there. All of this happened before I got there.
What happened with the check? When the security guy gave
When I asked what the person had said, I said, well, I don't understand. I don't understand why he's so angry.
I just realized I ain't even drinking this time, you know?
What did he say to you? He said, I'm supposed to be on this show. I said, well, maybe he was expecting to get some sort of a payment. And now he thinks he doesn't get to get paid because we already have a tour. I wouldn't want that. Pay him for performing. So he got the check of the performer. This is what he's angry about. Imagine the audacity. Remember, your story is that I'm kicking you the fuck out. Get out and lock arms and don't let him in. And paying you? Make it make sense, King. Either you're smaller than I think or I'm bigger. Either one. Like, you can't keep positioning the narrative because that's all this is. This is so that in a conversation in America, there'll be something where he and I are evenly linked. And only people in his hometown are floating that narrative. I'm really him.
You don't believe that there's, under any circumstances, that you and Ali can come to a resolution, just be cool?
You just talked to me. You know I don't have a bone in this.
Yeah.
I don't have a bone in this.
So if I got him on the phone, you talk to him?
I'd be okay, Kat. I mean, you could have had a blunt or a swish. What is that? It'd be okay? Let me know, Chad.
I would have gave him the celebrity boxing match he asked for if I thought he was a celebrity.
Oh, come on, man. You know Ali is a celebrity. Come on,
Sir,
Kat.
I'm not
Come on,
talking.
Kat.
I didn't mean that disparagingly.
Yeah.
I meant that in ticket sales, my nigga. Ticket sales. That's what I meant. I mean, I'm doing 7,000 in your hometown while you go do 300. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm talking statistics. I'm talking about the biggest and baddest thing going. And you, a person trying to get in, why would you be mad? It's ridiculous. I'm offended. I'm offended. Why? Because even if it's celebrity boxing, I need you to sell tickets too. I need you to sell these pay-per-view numbers, mind it. I know I'm bringing it. It's more people that want to see me get laid out by you. And the fact that an upstanding and righteous gentleman like yourself is in that position with the only thing trying to be righteous in our lane is just more machinations of the devil. You should have a much better backstory when you pick me as an opponent.
You know what, man? I'm glad you at least, addressed it, because
when you talk to him and tell him what the truth is, he won't be able to refute it. I told you earlier, he doesn't know this. How could he know? It's okay for you to think that I'm that way, but there are 30,000 known comedians in America that you could have went to, and they would have told you, this is against my character. I am known for confronting my issue head up, be it Satan or his affiliates. I don't care if you 6'6", I don't care if it's 5 of you.
I believe in Money Mike would. For sure, Money Mike would. I believe Katt.
I don't care if I'm guaranteed an L. I don't care if you put a gun in my face. I don't care about none of that. I care about doing the right thing as I see it in that moment. Yeah.
Man, how did you get on in the first place as far as like with the movie thing? Like, I know I'm skipping over the comedy, but how did you get on with the movie thing? Like, specifically, I want to know about Money Mike. I want to know how you got that role.
Right. So here's the whole thing. Liars always come up with terrible lies. So Ricky Smiley says, yeah, Katt was supposed to play the Santa Claus, and I was supposed to play the pimp. Liars always have ridiculous narratives. Nobody in America can imagine that a real movie studio would cast 5'5", 145-pound Katt Williams as a fucking Santa Claus, number one. Number two, Ricky Smiley was finna play a pimp. Really? Ricky Smiley has played a woman more times than Ricky Smiley has played a man. He's played Bernice Jenkins 5 times. I got it in my contract that I don't work with Ricky Smiley unless he's playing Miss Bernice Jenkins.
Get out of here, man. That's in your contract for real?
I make my contracts, sir. When you're the master of your masters, everything else is subservient. That's why we have control. That's why we're hated, because there's something to hate. But anyway, so, Money Mike, this is my first audition.
That's true, man. My homie's mom said that if they ain't on your homie that much, that means he's doing something good. And you could tell he probably did run the business because by his vocabulary,
Not just my first movie. It's my first audition. The reason it was so great is because they allowed me to do what I wanted to do, and I needed to do things. So I needed to pick the wardrobe for the character. So Money Mike's wardrobe was impeccable because I designed it, and they made it so. I picked out the car, the color of the car. They had a guy playing a pimp. I need this to be an actual pimp. We need Bishop Magic Don Juan. Everything I had to do. Me and KD Albert, who played Donna, and Terry Crews, it was all of our first project, and my job was to make sure that we came off as if we were seasoned actors. And so I put everything I had into that movie, to the point where in the script, Money Mike is raped in the bathroom. Katt Williams changed that. Why? Because there's no way. What do you mean, Katt? There's no way. What are you saying? I'm saying in a place that small, I'm not rapeable. I don't care what has to happen. That's what will happen. And so that's how it changed and became a great movie. And just the thought process that maybe Ricky Smiley was going to do that, it is laughable. But yeah, that
literally would have made the movie less comedy if he did get raped, you know.
was going to be my only movie. So I had to do everything that I could do to make sure that it went the way I needed it to. And I've done that in every one of the 60 movie roles that I've done and the 50 network television roles.
Man, I'm glad you stood on that, man, because it's a lot of people who would not have. People get blinded by that bread, man, or that opportunity. And for you to stand on that says a lot. Because I know Terry Crews would have probably enjoyed it, you know, in real life.
Oh, bless his heart. Bless his heart.
Why you coming to Terry Crews like that? Wasn't he trying to expose this white dude for touching him? So, you feel me? All right, let's go.
Now, how did you get this knack for comedy?
He been hanging out with Cat Williams so much they done rubbed up off him. You know how Cat Williams kept name dropping P. Diddy on his other interview? Nah, he name dropping niggas too, you know.
In the first place, like you had a pretty tumultuous childhood. Like, how do you pivot from that and get into comedy?
A, I didn't find it to be tumultuous.
So at the time, you was living it. You like you could see it.
Yeah,
like
this is not tumultuous.
Okay.
But your question was, how did
you find comedy?
a lot of times you have the true appreciation.
I can see why people don't like Cat Williams. He's a smart ass. Nobody likes a smart ass. You know.
For something when you're not trying to do it. You just like it. So that's the relationship that I had with music, and it was the relationship that I had with comedy. So musically, I could listen to Pearl Jam and the Ghetto Boys. Like, I could listen to 9 Inch Nails.
I don't even know who Pearl Jam is. I know who 9 Inch Nails is, though. I got one of these songs downloaded called F You Like an Animal. Dope ass beat.
And I could listen to Prince. And I could do that. And comedically, I found that I could do that too. It didn't matter what the comedy person looked like, or how they were built, or where they were from. If they were funny, I was going to be able to tell. So I understood that Don Knotts was out there working his ass off as Barney Fife. I understood he wasn't doing the same job as the rest of them. I understood that laughter is an emotion. And anytime you can tap an emotion, that's very powerful, regardless of what emotion you're tapping.
When you're tapping these emotions, before you deliver the joke, are you cognizant of what it's going to take to, like, deliver that joke? Like, are you already knowing that, I know for a fact, I don't have to practice this, they going to be with this right here. If they say this, oh, I'm going to get them.
As a comedian, I have the best fan base in the world, like, documented.
You do?
If that was facts, then why is he broke? Y'all should have cashed that, my boy, man. Yeah, say with me and CashApp in the bottom of the link in the description if you want to support my channel. Say with this man, y'all should have cashed out this man, so he ain't broke no more. You know.
The slight right amount of advertisement that they allowed me to do. And the fact that in a place as glorious as Houston, they pack the arena to the rafters is based upon the fact that I, in 1995, started a conversation with a fan base which was maybe 5 people. And through this entire time, I've kept up the same conversation with the same people as they grow. And I'm letting you see me win. I'm letting you see me lose. I'm never allowing the product to be affected.
Same with this channel. I'm letting you see me win. I'm letting you see me lose. You get to see everything. Straight raw, man. Day in the life of an upcoming rapper. Subscribe, sub up.
By what's going on, because this is the greatest relationship here. So, yeah, consequently, bam, they know some things when I come to town. They know I'm finna bring the baddest comedians with me. That's who's gonna be opening up. They know this all over the country. And then they know that whatever it is Katt's gonna talk about for an hour, they know he did not talk about this the last time he was here. They know
Man,
that.
how in the hell do comedians get away with that anyway? Because I'm not going to see the same comedian tell the same jokes, 100 times in a row.
You
Like,
let
some of these guys
you let a rapper rap the same songs though. And you let a singer sing the same songs, the classics, and you'll allow that. And so
Yeah, but funny is supposed to be spontaneous. So that's the difference.
well, understand that comedy has its roots long before social media. So before social media, you might have heard that this comedian is funny, right? And somebody might have told you what he said, but it didn't sound that funny to you. They just told you what he said. But when you see him in person, oh, he's hilarious. And so comedy always had a cycle where you showed the whole circuit your body of work. It's just comedians had gotten so lazy that they were doing one great set that they had on Comic View or Def Jam, and they were touring that for 15 years without changing it. And so we made it a part of our effort to push the fact that you should be.
They say that's why it's so easy to be great nowadays, because everybody's so lazy. Let me know what y'all think,
Writing new material and shaming the community into it by I'm going to keep putting out these specials and this new material. How long are you going to continue to tell these jokes? Because in a minute, the audience is going to be like, no, they got to say something new. And eventually, the audience did do that. And
Well, some audiences show up and they want you to say the old joke. They demand that you tell the old joke.
I don't have not one of those people in my fan base because they know better. They know that I would never let you pay me so you can hear some shit I already said. I respect you too much for that. What you gonna get from me is brand new. This is new.
Right now you have 12 comedy specials.
Okay.
Is there a magic number in mind, or you just want to just keep running to make sure you got the all-time number and that's secure? Are you already at the top? You got more.
I'm in no way counting.
Thanks though, because when I hear a joke the first time, and then I hear it again, it don't hit like the first time gang,
Numbers.
You've done.
I'm saying if 12 is the most, if 12 was the most, there's not a number because I'm not putting a number to it. But I've been special that many times for an hour.
17 tours, 100 cities. That is a lot of work. That's enough work for a few lifetimes. Most comedians won't even get 100 cities. Most comedians ain't gonna do that one time. And how do you continue to come up with this new material, because you do new material every single time you show up. That's crazy.
It's a new show every single time I show up.
Man, that is crazy. I'm a comedy connoisseur. I follow comedy. Most of the
Book him. Nice.
to the comics that are the top dogs right now, as far as like in some of our heroes in comedy, I was there when they were like working on their first jokes.
Yeah.
I was watching them and supporting them way back then. But that is a tough feat to be able to do something like that. And I think that the reason why...
Not in 24 years.
Yeah. I think the reason why people like you is so much what you do is you resonate with them so much is like what you just said. You show them the good and the bad side of you, but also you're talented. You're very talented, but at the same time you do show the good and the bad. And it's something appealing about being transparent to an extent.
Oh, not just to an extent, to the utmost. As soon as you, as a person, decide that you're not gonna lie anymore, and that whatever problem that you have, you're gonna deal with that problem right then where it presents itself, it'll show you a whole new side of you. It's very important. It's very important. When you lie and allow lies, for some people it's just, I'm just a little delusional. No, it's dangerous for you to do that to yourself. It's very unnecessary for you to...
You was on this radio station in Atlanta, and this host made a joke about you, and you ate killed a man, for I don't know how long that was, but man, I was like, time out, call the police, something, stop this slaughter, man. You was like, you really did a bad, and you didn't, I don't think you cursed one time.
I was just going to say, be very careful when you say how badly I did her, because I never called her out of her name.
But that's what I'm saying.
I was very composed.
That's my point.
But let me explain this. Let me give you the exclusive.
No, let me make the point.
He's getting irritated with him because every time Katt Williams has to say something, he's always rejecting it by saying no. Like if he say, you look tired, he'll be like, no, I'm just sleepy. It's the same thing, bruh, but he just don't want to agree with him. I hate niggas like that, but yeah, I'm gonna end this right now because it's getting a little too long, alright? Be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, fair point, tap the notification bell, turn the notifications on, man. If you want to follow me, links gonna be in the bottom of the description, my IG. If you want to donate my channel, my CashApp gonna be in the bottom of the link description. Stay tuned, man. We got big things coming up on this channel. It's kind of hard to talk when obviously y'all see how